Ever loved someone so deeply that you finally lowered your guard, only for them to break you in a way you never saw coming? This is the story of a man who finally opened his heart after years of silence, only to learn that even the sweetest connections can hide the darkest betrayals behind closed doors. My name is Daniel. I'm 30. And for most of my adult life, relationships felt like something that happened to other people. I wasn't cold. I wasn't picky. I wasn't uninterested. I just didn't know how to open up. Every time I got close to someone, something inside me tightened, a fear I couldn't explain. So I stayed guarded, safe behind emotional walls that felt impossible to climb. Until Claire. We met on a dating app. Not magical. Not cinematic. Just two people swiping through faces after long work days. She messaged me first. Her text said, "Your dog looks like he could judge my whole life decisions." I laughed. Genuinely laughed at a stranger's message for the first time in years. We talked for hours, then days, then weeks. And without realizing it, I started looking forward to every message, every notification, every small glimpse into her mind. When we finally met in person, she walked into the cafe like she carried an entire calm universe inside her. Soft smile, warm presence, tired but beautiful eyes. I felt safe immediately, a feeling I didn't trust, but desperately wanted to. We talked for 3 hours that day, about childhood, failure, dreams, fears, random stupid jokes. Nothing felt forced. Something shifted inside me. The weeks that followed were some of the best I'd ever had. We'd meet after work, walk around the city, laugh about things that didn't matter. She'd send me photos of her morning coffee, her messed up office desk. Her dinner attempts and those tiny glimpses felt like sunlight on a cold day. One night, she said, "Talking to you feels like breathing after holding my breath too long." I didn't say anything, but I felt the same. 3 months in, we became official. Her friends liked me. My dog worshipped her. My coworkers said I looked less dead inside. Life was good. Perfect, except for one thing. The bedroom? Look, I'm not ashamed, but I'm not the most sexually driven guy. I like intimacy, but I'm slower. I need emotional buildup, safety, connection. But Claire needed intimacy often. Touch was her love language. Physical closeness was her emotional oxygen. We tried to talk about it, but every conversation made me feel exposed, inadequate. Like I was disappointing her without intending to. She'd say, "It's okay, we'll figure it out." But her eyes told a different story. A quiet sadness, a growing frustration, a need I couldn't fully meet. Still, everything else felt so right. Cooking together? Driving aimlessly at night. Laughing until our stomachs hurt. Falling asleep on the couch? Feeling like we were building something real? I thought love like this couldn't break. But cracks don't vanish. They just wait for pressure, and ours was waiting silently to shatter. Around month 7, something changed. Small things at first, little signals you ignore, because you love someone and you don't want to create problems. She got quieter sometimes. She'd turn away a little faster when she changed clothes. She'd stay on her phone a little longer. She started going to sleep later. She initiated intimacy more aggressively, almost desperately, when I wasn't ready. Her disappointment hit harder than before. I felt it. I knew I wasn't giving her what she needed, and I hated myself for it. But she never yelled. She never blamed me. She never said anything cruel. That almost made it worse, because I could see she was hurting, and that was the reason. One night, she said, "I feel unwanted sometimes." That broke something inside me. But when I tried to respond, my throat tightened. I couldn't find the right words. She held my hand and whispered, "It's okay. I know you love me." But I could tell she didn't believe that anymore. Around this time, she started mentioning her ex more. Only casually stories of old mistakes, funny memories, random anecdotes. But each time, something inside me twisted. I didn't suspect cheating. Not even a little. I trusted her blindly. The shift continued. More silence, more distance, more late nights where she stared at the ceiling instead of sleeping. I just kept hoping love would be enough. Wasn't? Last weekend, she texted me to come over. Nothing unusual, except her message felt fragile. When I entered her apartment, she was sitting on the couch, hands shaking, eyes red, like she had been crying for hours. My heart sank. Thought someone died. I thought something terrible happened to her family. I sat beside her. She didn't look at me. I said, "What's wrong?" She swallowed, looked down, and whispered, "Did something horrible." My whole body froze. She started crying, not dramatic crying, but the quiet, painful kind that comes from shame, and she said it. "I slept with my ex." The world didn't explode. Time didn't stop. There was no anger, just silence. A silence so heavy it felt like gravity doubled. Couldn't breathe, couldn't think, couldn't speak. She kept talking, saying it was a lapse in judgment, that she felt disconnected, that she hated herself for it. She said it meant nothing. She said she didn't love him. She said she still loved me. And the worst part? I believed her. That's what hurt the most. She wasn't a monster. She wasn't cruel. She was a human being who made a horrible decision out of emotional loneliness. A loneliness I played a part in. But even understanding doesn't erase the damage. I sat there numb while she cried, apologizing again and again, begging me to say something. What do you say? How do you answer a sentence that ends a future? I felt like someone reached inside my chest and ripped out the foundation of everything I built with her. I wasn't angry at first. I was grieving. We talked for hours or maybe minutes. I couldn't tell. Her apartment felt too small, the air too thick. He kept saying, "I didn't want to lose you." I don't know why I did it. I felt empty. I'm so sorry. I stared at the floor because looking at her hurt too much. Finally, she whispered, "Please don't leave." And my heart shattered because every cell in my body wanted to stay. I wanted to forgive her. Wanted to pretend this never happened. But the truth was cold and undeniable. The trust was gone. And without trust, love suffocates. I told her, quietly. "We can't fix this. You know that?" She broke down even harder. I reached for my hand. I pulled away. Not out of anger, but because it wasn't my place anymore, when I finally stood up to leave. She looked at me like she was watching her entire world collapse. At the door, she whispered, "I'm so sorry, Daniel." Didn't turn around. Because if I had, I might have gone back, and that would have destroyed me more. I walked home in the cold. I didn't feel my hands. I didn't feel my legs. Just this heavy, sickening emptiness inside me. When I got home, I sat on the floor in the dark for almost an hour. No tears, just shock. Later, lying in bed alone, it hit me all at once. The tears, the shaking, the grief. Losing someone to death is one kind of pain. Losing someone who's still alive, who still loves you. Who can't be with you because trust is gone. That's a different kind of heartbreak. And I felt all of it. I don't think Claire's a bad person. I don't think she meant to hurt me. I think emotional needs, mismatched love languages, and unspoken fears pushed her to a place neither of us wanted. But betrayal doesn't need evil intentions. It only needs a moment of weakness. I'm healing slowly. Not today, not tomorrow. But I will, and maybe she will too. If this story hit you hard, you're not alone. Heartbreak, betrayal, and shattered trust are things many of us face, often silently. If you've ever been through something like this, share your story below. Someone else might need to hear it. And if you want more real, raw stories like this, subscribe for the next episode of Behind Closed Doors.